Hey YouTube, and welcome back to another KaibaHacksDartz deck profile. It is November 2023, and we're going to be looking at the direct attack deck. Now, this is one of my personal favorites. I've been studying the techniques of the direct attack since the beginning of my Yu-Gi-Oh career. Now, of course, it's about monsters that attack directly. So if you know Watts, they play a decent part in the deck. Most of them direct attack. So, of course, we got the Watt Cobra to start. Can attack directly, and then you can search out another Watt monster to your hand. He's pretty good, decent attack with the 1000. Next, we have 3 Watt Giraffe. Same thing, can attack directly, but when this thing attacks, you can basically stop anything from happening until the end of your turn. Your opponent can't do anything. They can't use monster, effects, spell or trap, anything like that. No effects can be activated. So you can do some dirty plays where you boost something else up, say like your Watt Cobra. You get this thing real high with attack, and then you attack with your Watt Giraffe first, and then your Watt Cobra is just clear to attack. Next, we'll move on to the Drill Barnacle, and we're rocking 3 of those in the deck. Drill Barnacle can attack directly, and each time he does, he gains 1000 attack after that attack goes through. So you can hit for 300 to begin with, or if you have some equip spells or whatever, you can hit for a bit more. Then he gets 1000, and if you can keep him out, you can keep him growing. So Drill Barnacle, 3 of those, like I said. Next, we got 2 Marshmallon. Of course, just some stall power, you know what I mean? It's going to get that little bit of extra damage in. Next, we have 2 Raging Flame Sprite. Now, these things do the same thing as the Drill Barnacle, but they just have a little less attack. It's good to have them just as a backup. Next, we have 2 Goblin Black Ops. Now, Goblin Black Ops has probably the most attack out of a level 4 or lower monster that you can get with direct attack. But his effect is that he goes to defense position, and you can't change him until the next turn, except with a card effect. So it does lock you out, but you can use him as kind of a defensive piece too. You can slap for some big damage. He goes to defense, and then you don't really have to worry. He's a bit of a protection wall. The last 2, we have Rainbow Karibo and Battle Fader. More stall out power, you know what I mean? The Rainbow Karibo can help in weird situations. Battle Fader, just can keep you going for another turn, which helps a lot with the direct attack. It could just be you need to get 1000 in. And next turn you draw a Watt Cobra. It doesn't matter what they have down. You just attack through it, and you're good to go. Moving on to the spells. We have 2 Pot of Duality. Now, I don't do a lot of special summoning in this deck. If you notice, there's not a lot that's going to be special summoning. And I don't even have an extra deck clocked in necessarily yet for it. So Pot of Duality comes in well. Maybe even run 3 of them. I have done that before. It's just you don't want to get 2 of them in hand. Next, we got 2 Swords of Revealing Light. A little bit more stall power, of course. You know what that does. Next, we got 2 Mage Power. And these work real well. Of course, with all the different spells and traps we got going, can boost your monsters up real well. Next, we have 2 Psychic Blade. Now, this is a bit of a controversial card. You pay in multiples of 100, up to 2,000 life points. And you can get 2,000 attack on your monster in defense. But obviously, they could shut this down real quick. It can go either way. Some different cards you can get in there is like Backup Rider, or, different equip spells or whatever. Stuff that's going to get you that attack. Backup Rider is really good. I don't have any of those, but I might throw those in the deck. Next, for some of the singlers, we got United We Stand. You never know if you get a couple monsters out there. This can help out real well, get the beef going. The Seal of Orichalcos. Now, this has a lot going on. I'm not going to read everything that the card says, but it does give us 500 attack, and it's got some weird stuff going on with the lowest attack monsters and stuff, so you can get some weird stuff going out with it. And obviously, it works well with Mage Power, because you can get this thing down as a field spell. Say if all your spell and traps are filled up, and you have that Mage Power, that's going to be 500 for each spell and trap, so 25, but you got that field spell too, the Seal of Orichalcos, and that's going to be an extra 500. So you're boosting that up to 3, and then you're adding the 5 from this, so 35. So if you get this with a bunch of cards on a monster, and then you get that mage power, it's going to help a lot. The last, we just got some classic staples: Harpy's Feather Duster, Monster Reborn, and Regeki. You know what I mean? Classic stuff for clearing shit out. Moving into the traps, we got 3 Storming Mirror Force. Now, it's basically Mirror Force, but it turns them back to hand. Mirror Forces have a lot of power these days, you know what I mean? They're coming back just because they don't target, so you can get some greasy stuff in with that. Now, we got the Blazing Mirror Force. It does target, but this can do some great damage out there. You know, when an opponent's monster declares attack, destroy all their attack position monsters, and you both take half their original attack as life points damage, and then you destroy those monsters. So it can clear some stuff out, it can get some damage in. They can be risky plays. We got the Mirror Force Classic, you know what I mean, just to destroy whatever. And then some the singles in here. We got Compulse. Obviously, it sends something back to hand. The Magic Cylinder, just to get in a bit more damage, maybe stop an attack. Ring of Destruction, classic stuff, you know what I mean, just to get a bit more damage off. It's almost like the Blazing, but you can use it at any time, basically. Dark Bribe, a lot of the time you'll have some extra spells and traps in your hands. You know, you don't want to throw down, say if you get like 3 or 4 Mirror Forces, you don't want to throw them all down at once. So you have some in hand you can maybe discard for the possible Divine Wrath, and then also, you know, it kind of makes up for the Dark Bribe a bit. They're drawing a card, you can work around it. I'm not the biggest fan of Dark Bribe, but it gets you out of some sticky situations, as well as the Divine Wrath. And that's everything for the deck. Like I said, it's very interchangeable with the spells and traps. The monsters, obviously, there's lots of different direct attack monsters. Submarine Roid is also good. You know, it kind of has that same effect as the Goblin Black Ops. And you can get some weird plays going. Like I said, you can get some big attack. And then there's lots of stall power to just, you know, hold out on the heart of the cards. Hope that you get what you need. Some of the best plays definitely come from when you get mage power down with the different you know, spells and traps. Then you can really lay up into it. Like I said, Backup Rider seems like a really good card because you never know how long your cards are going to last on the field, and it could be a good swap out for Psychic Blade. If you have any ideas, you know, for stuff in the deck, let me know. I'll just do a quick little run through. There's the monsters. Like I said, let me know if you have any ideas for the deck. Anything you'd tech in if you're trying it out, if you're gonna build it. It does work really well. I've used it at locals and you know, done pretty decently with it. Run through the spells. Like I said, if you like the deck, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. You know, tell me how you feel about the deck, any improvements you'd like to make. And hit that little notification bell. And, you know, thanks for watching. We'll be back soon with some more content for you. Peace.